guys, it's me, Ruowen Huang. Just realized kids on party day, right? Because it's a Canadian long weekend. So it's kind of a little bit busy around this morning. But anyway, my name is Ruowen Huang. I'm an author, spirit coach, and also a psychic. Today, I want to talk to you guys about poor me syndrome. It's not, I just make up the word, as you can see. But the reason I call it poor me syndrome is you probably have many people like that, or including yourself, including myself, right? We tend to complain something without even knowing it. Does that make sense to you? So I'm going to give you a very typical example. Give a typical example as, because you know what I mean, right? Throughout the year when people come to me for consultation, as I say, money is a big thing. Money is a big thing, then the love life is, next, then the work, health, right? So just through a lot of time experience that people would come to me and say, I want to be rich, but I'm still poor, right? And then they couldn't quite figure out why. So a lot of times I say, because you don't really believe you will be rich, therefore you are fighting against. But anyway, when you really pay attention to your surrounding or your life, or you actually start to be aware of what it is that you are doing, I think you will start to understand why things are not happening the way you want it to be. So I'm going to give you a very typical example, because I think this is couple, in short period of time, I already see a couple of them. My brother-in-law never take the family out for a trip, right? So, somehow it's always got excuse, I'm busy, and reason I'm poor, right? So, take the family travel is costing so much money, therefore they're not doing it. But somehow this year, he evolved. All of a sudden, he want to take my sister out for, they treat everybody, including my mom, to Korea. So, just take them for a trip and then all that, right? So because they never really gone out for traveling before, so this is pretty much the first time in their family history. And then sure enough, kids are excited, wives is excited, my mom is ecstatic, everybody's happy, right? Because that's like the first experience for them to step outside Taiwan and go to, see some other country. So it was great memory. Even till this day, my nieces still talk about it, my mom still talk about it, my sister. For me, those are the things that money cannot buy, right? So guess what he does as soon as he come back home? He talk about, great experience, but, now I'm broke. So it's like he's afraid people don't know how much money he spent. Therefore, he's continue talking about, I'm broke. Okay. That's just a very typical example. I'm going to give it to you. Now I'm giving you the other one. Like my mother-in-law spent some time with my husband. Great cruise ship, like they have nice cruise ship, and then they got great, activities and all that, right? So, I don't know. It's just great, Then she got to have the sun all to herself and all that. Enjoy a friend, all that. I think it was a 7 days cruise, and then, as soon as she come back from the cruise, she start going to that. Thinking now, poor me, now I'm alone again. Now I'm not, welcomed by me. Well, me and my mother-in-law doesn't really get along, but it is what it is, right? So to avoid controversy, I think it is better to keep some distance between us. Because, we're just like two different chemicals that should not be mixed together, right? But doesn't really have any opinion to one another. I just think it is better what it is, right? So sure enough, it's almost all of a sudden all that effort of spending time together all of a sudden mean nothing, because now since I'm back to reality, it's poor me, right? So it's not like broke, but poor me. So this is very typical. I'm pretty sure if you guys ever pay attention to your friend or yourself or something, you'll realize a lot of time we put ourselves in a like a splurge, or something that make us feel like a little bit good about ourselves, and all of a sudden that moment passed, and all of a sudden we feel very bad about ourselves, and then we continue telling ourselves like, oh, I'm broke now, and nobody love me now, or poor me now, and all that, right? So pay attention if you do have such a kind of habit, because now I'm going to tell you something very purely physical. It's nothing to do with, whatever relationship is. What people do not realize is, I'm going to draw a person here. Let's assume, can you see it? This is a person, right? Whenever you have a thought start generating in your head, as I tell you, we are all vibration. So how does vibration do is start going like this, right? And it depends on where your universe is. Your universe might be here. And once you start reaching your universe and respond to whatever that you want, then the energy start come back to you. Create what you so-called reality. You know what I mean? Because it's like, assuming this is your universe, and then you continue sending out a signal, and the signal had to come back to you, right? Because it's vibration. Once vibration hit, it's vibration back. So what people do not realize is, when they enjoy the moment, like the moment like I finally go overseas, I finally have this trip with my son, it's great, right? What they do not realize is, instead of coming back and then start sending a poor me syndrome, I call poor me syndrome. So poor me, I'm broke, or poor me, nobody love me, all that, to the universe, and tell universe, please send me that kind of feeling back to me. That is, poor me. So even if I spend wonderful time with my family and friends, I still gonna feel lonely. I still gonna feel nobody love me, and I still gonna feel neglecting. You know what I mean? So they are not that feeling. The universe continue responds to your feeling. Therefore, you can never fully feel love and all that. So what I was very often I coaching people is, if that is something or experience or something that you really like, what you really should focusing on, instead of coming back and say, poor me, you should focusing on, I would really like this type of things happen again, or even better. You know what I mean? But that is what I want. I'm not going to come back to my own cocoon and say, oh, poor me, I'm really nobody, I'm going to fail, or I'm so broke, and things like that. Because now what I really want you guys to do is every message, putting awareness to things that you say, because you will soon realize it's very important. The word we say is exactly the same as the way you think, because it is a vibration. Whatever vibration that you send out to the universe, you're gonna get it back. If you're gonna complain to, A, B, C, and say, you know what, I'm mistreated all the time, I'm mistreated all the time. Guess what you're gonna get? You're gonna get mistreated all the time, because you are what you say you are going to become. You know what I mean? So when you continue sending out a message, it is a vibration. That vibration's gonna get you what you want, right? So if you're gonna come to me and say, that is not really what I want, and then really, I only have an advice to you. I mean, shut up then. Shut up. I know it sounds very rude, but that's exactly what you have to do. We don't all born with money. No, not all of us. A lot of time, I'm aware I may not have money right now. But do I want to encourage that? No, because I really don't like this feeling. So what do I want to do? I keep in the back of my head. So when I'm doing spending, I be more careful about it. But I focusing on, at least every day, I will focusing on the feeling I want to feel as having abundance, having more than I need. You know what I mean? Because that's what I want. I don't want to feel poor and suffering all the time, so I can struggle. No. That's not what I want. Because that's not what I want. Therefore, I'm not going to cry about it every day, because whatever come out of your mouth is going to be your reality. And I hope you guys really pay attention to it, because that will be your step one to create your reality. Once you are good at exercises, what you say create your reality, then you will use that same awareness to the way you think. Because only if you can start training it, what you say is what you think, then you will start to realize you pretty much can create whatever that is that you wanted. You know what I mean? Because as I say, so many weeks ago, it is all vibration, as simple as that. Normal people we don't know is, you a human right here, right? I want to be rich. I want to be rich. You create vibration. But you actually don't believe you'll be rich, right? Because what you do is talk about, I'm gonna be broke, I'm gonna be broke, I'm gonna be broke. So what happens is when you come to here, you start kind of erase it all. You probably talk more about how broke you are than you actually believe you're gonna be rich. You know what I mean? So therefore, what does the universe get to you? Eventually that force overcome the powers of you want to be rich. Therefore, you will be poor because what? Guess what? That's what you ask for. So anyway, if you caught certain patterning happening in your life like this, nobody loved me, or I'm always broke, or I'm always abandoned, or whatever sentence that is for you, I would say the first thing you really have to do is really look back in your life. Start paying attention to the sentence that you use, to the word that you use. You know what I mean? Like, are you always complaining about people don't love you? Are you always complaining about poor me, poor me, poor me, poor me? You know what I mean? Because if you do, that's exactly why you put yourself in the situation you are right now. Because you create your reality. You know what I mean? So, as I say, I already give you a little tip of practice. If that's something that happened in your life and then you really want it to happen again, focusing on the feeling of feeling abandoned, feeling love, feeling that, but not always questioning, why am I feeling lonely? Why do I feel so poor? Why do I feel not loved? You know what I mean? Because the more you talk about it, the more you generate it. But, since you're going to waste your energy anyway, using something productive, not, poor me. So anyway, here, I'm just share a little bit explanation. For me, I lived through a time that I can actually see vibration. I thought it was crazy, but thank God now I just simply feel it. But, a lot of time, as I said, the reason you are not getting what you are getting, very simple. It's because you are conflicting yourself and you are not even knowing it, right? Some situation that's called lying, but very often you're simply lying to yourself. You want to be rich, but you don't believe you will be rich. You want someone to love you, but you don't believe you should be loved. You know what I mean? So confront that kind of conflict within yourself. Start with paying attention to every word that's gonna coming out of your mouth from this point forward. You know why? Because you will start knowing you create your reality. Every sentence that coming out of your mouth is eventually gonna become your reality. So it ain't gonna be anything bad because I only want something good in my life. So start from that. So eventually you will see the difference. You know what I mean? So anyway, just a little bit, sharing with you guys. Hope that will give you guys a little bit help. Again, if you like what I'm doing, you can always join me live on my Facebook or go to subscribe my YouTube channel or my website ruowen.com. It's a long weekend. Happy Victoria Day. I think that's the day. But anyway, till then, I guess I will broadcast after I come back from my holiday. So that will be next Tuesday. So till then, I'll see you guys next Tuesday then. Bye.